play North Dakota this weekend. Always excited to play at home, but North Dakota is a good opponent for us, really good opponent. So it's going to be fast, it's going to be physical, good special teams, good goaltending on both sides, and there's a lot on the line. I'm excited about it.
This weekend you guys had a pretty huge game as far as goals go when it called up. When I talked to a couple of girls, and Zoe especially saying that the next game coming in on Saturday was tough now. Starting the first period, you came in, talking to them in the intermissions, and now what did you say and how did you get them kind of back in that mindset and your killer instinct that you talked about?
Well, we started preparing for Friday night's game on Wednesday and really got in a rhythm in practice, and that's when it started, and we just came out flying on Friday night. And of course you want them to duplicate that on Saturday, but it's unlikely, whether they're pros or kids in college, that they're going to bring that same killer instinct and fierceness to the second game. Mankato was better on Saturday. We took it down a notch or two, unfortunately, in the first period, but to answer your question, after the first period I just went in and I talked to them about pride, and we're chipping away at becoming the best team in the country. We're ranked number 6, but we want to be number 1, and we've got till March 22nd to get there. It doesn't happen overnight. It's day by day. It's a process. And I just challenged them and said, you can either waste the opportunity today and just play well enough to win, or you could get down and get after it for the next 40 minutes and start playing like you want to be a champion on March 22nd. And I said, the ball's in your court. And they came out and played hard, and we had a good 40 minutes on Saturday.
Compared to the last time you guys played in North Dakota, it was part of that tough stretch where you had the Gophers, Badgers, and North Dakota right in a row, and you're going to see those 3 again here. What do you see as the biggest change in this team? And maybe why do you feel they're going to be a little better prepared for this upcoming stretch than maybe the beginning of the season?
Well, a couple things. One, our goaltending is better than it was at the beginning of the season. We had some problems there, and now it's been solved, and so I think we're good in that area. The second thing is we had a lot of new players this year. We made quite a few changes last spring because we had to. We had to get better, and we needed to put ourselves in a better position to win. So we brought in a lot of new players this year, and anytime you have that many new kids, obviously it's going to take some time for them to figure out where they are and what's going on, and so we knew it was going to be like that, and unfortunately we had the draw that we had, but it is what it is, and now we're rolling, we got a good rhythm, and we're a good team.
So last get together, Zoe Nickel's been nominated for the Hockey Humanitarian Award. Just to talk about how special she is for you, not just on the ice but off the ice, and the things that she's been doing, and the character she brings to your team.
You know, she's an amazing young woman. That's how I would describe Zoe Hickel. She's so coachable, and she's such a good leader, and she's such a good player because she's coachable and because she works hard and she sticks to the game plan. And then outside of all of that, she works hard in the community to be a good community member. And so she's a very, very special young woman, and she deserves to be recognized for a special award.
You talked earlier in the year about putting yourself in a good position for these next 3 weekends, so these games mean a lot. It seems you're obviously in that position where you can, solidify yourself as a top half, maybe top 2 or 3 team.
You know, it's funny because people keep talking to us about, well, like it's so exciting to be number 3, it's so exciting to be number 3, and then they talk about the teams that are below us trying to catch us, and I always have to laugh because I'm not focused on them, I'm focused on who's in front of us. And I always look at it and I go, can we get to number 2? What do we have to do to get to number 2? So I am excited about where we're at. There's people chasing us from behind, and we're chasing somebody else from behind, and so it's an exciting place to be in. It's not so bad if you're ranked behind Minnesota and Wisconsin. You just don't want to be ranked behind anyone else.
Is that still the expectation that you talked about, the goal, I guess, to not be satisfied with that 3rd spot and go after it?
No question. Absolutely no question about it. I mean, it's a tall mountain to climb. We're all familiar with the resources and the profile those schools have and the talent that they have, but that's what makes it so much fun. We've always been the little engine that could. Always. For 16 years. And I love going after those guys, and often we have beat them. And we plan on it again this year.
Taya Vallela watch, is she going to be back to a more regular shift this weekend?
Yeah, she's playing. She can play a regular shift, but obviously she was out for so long that she's a little bit slower and having trouble transitioning from forward to backwards to forwards, which is a challenge when you're a defenseman. But she'll be dressed and she'll be playing. She may not be playing on the first line, like she's used to, but she's definitely going to play.
What does having her back in the lineup, even in a maybe limited role, kind of do? I mean, she's so good offensively and defensively that even having her at 75-80% has got to be a big boost for you.
It is. It really is. Obviously, we'd like her to be at 100 so she could play against North Dakota's top line, be out on the ice every time they hit the ice, just not ready yet. But even at, say 75%, she's a Finn. She's stubborn. She's strong. Kids love her. She's a competitor. She's got that killer instinct I always talk about. She's someone that has it. And she brings that to the bench and to the conversation on the bench. And so I like that. She plays physical. North Dakota plays very physical. So you know what? As long as she's out there once in a while, she'll bring a lot of good things.
Jenna going to be back in the lineup this weekend too?
Yeah, she's combating an injury as well that's kind of flares up, and then she's okay, so it kind of depends on the day. But right now, I plan on having her in the lineup, yeah.
And who's this Finnish goaltender you added? I heard about?
Evelina Suompa. We've had goaltending issues the last few years. I think you guys are aware of that. And we had to make a change, so we did. And Evelina was supposed to be here this September, but it didn't work out. So we've been waiting for her, and happy to say that she's here. We didn't sneak her in, but apparently a lot of people didn't know, but I thought everybody knew because she was supposed to be here in the fall, and then she didn't make it, and now she's here for the second half of the season. So we now have a backup goaltender, which puts us in a good position. Wish we had had her at the beginning of the season. Could have used her, but she's here now. So.
Do you plan on getting her in any games anytime soon, or
Who knows?
talk with how Kayla's playing?
Yeah, Kayla's playing well, and but Kayla's a human being too, right? And so we'll just have to see. The good thing for Kayla is knowing that, hey, if I'm having a bad day or whatever's going on in her life, and she needs a break, or she's just having a bad game, there's somebody there to go in for her, and that takes some pressure off of her.